Hello, I Dr. Vijay Chandra welcomes you to today's session on memory virtualization as part of operating system. Operating system is a system software which will be as a bridge between the hardware and software, application software. Operating system works in between application software and hardware. It makes the hardware activate. Among this, the memory plays a major role in operating system. Whatever we give, it will be stored in memory. The efficiency of the memory plays a major role where the processing speed will depends upon even on the memory. Memory virtualization plays a major role. This memory virtualization started its journey in 1960s, where from IBM mainframes. IBM mainframes memory is divided into different slots or clusters, and these clusters are given to the clients as the virtual memory. Using the technique of paging, this virtual memory was activated. Now let's discuss regarding what is the memory virtualization. Memory virtualization is a technique of executing the program instructions to the memory not fit early in the system memory. So the memory is of regular memory, that is the RAM. If the program or the processing of the program will not fit in this particular memory, that is the RAM, it will use the disk, that is the hard disk. It will use the hard disk to execute the program. So this hard disk will be acted as a virtual memory. This hard disk, part of the hard disk will be acted as a virtual memory, and it will be given a space, workspace, where the data will be stored, and this virtual memory address will be given to the RAM. As per the requirement, it will be shifted so that the virtual memory works as an actual memory, and the insufficient memory, if you have the insufficient memory in the usage of the memory allocation, this defect will be overlooked or overcome by using the memory virtualization. Here the physical memory virtualizes in the operating system for the sake of the memory virtualization. As part of the memory virtualization, the physical memory here is the RAM, and the virtual memory which taken is through the hard disk. Then comes to the OS, provides an illusion memory space per each process. So depends upon the processor, it will give the illusion memory, that is the virtual memory, and based on it this process will works. It seems to be like each process under the whole memory, but when you looks to the process working of the process, it works as the whole memory for the sake of the regular memory. There won't be any difference between the actual memory RAM and the virtual memory. The process will work based on it. Then comes to the what are the different advantages of the memory virtualization. Memory virtualization plays a major role here, where because of the memory virtualization, it's an illusion memory which provides to each process. By that insufficient memory will be upgraded to the as per the requirement as a sufficient memory. So here the main advantage of the memory virtualization is of operating system can load programs larger than the physical memory. If the physical memory has inefficient memory, then this virtual memory will support the physical memory to load the higher level of the programs, where it is an impression to the user or the computer as an unlimited memory. So the memory limit will be upgraded by using the virtual memory, that is the physical memory will be upgraded with the help of the virtual memory, where the RAM will be the usage of RAM will be taken place, where the OS operates its, but this OS will be operates is the virtual memory. Then comes to the what is the use of this particular virtual memory, where it is easy for the programming, the speed of the program will be more, as it has the sufficient memory space, as well as the time will be, consumption of the time will be less due to the virtual memory allocation. Then comes to the memory efficiency based on the time and space. The time and space will be the two factors of the memory allocation, and it seems that each process will have the whole memory. So these are the different steps or the advantages related to the memory virtualization. Then this is the early operating system where we have only one process, and this particular process is having the operating system as well as the current program, where the physical memory will be used. Here the process will be very slow, and it is having the poor utilization of efficiency, and the operating system will work on the based on the only one process. So code and data are the two basic factors here, whereas when we come to the virtual memory related, different processors are used on the memory. Different processors will use the three techniques. One is the code, another is the heap, another is the stack. Three techniques are used, whereas here code and data is used in the earlier systems. So operating system in the earlier system is of the code as well as the data, whereas the multiprogramming system, that is the time sharing multiprogramming system, where the operating system will use code data, and each process will use this particular code data with the process A, process B, process C, and total the physical system is using the three processes, that is the process A, process B, and process C. The load multiple processes it will load the multiple process in the memory and executes one for the short while. So here fetch, decode, and execute process will be taken place, where it will fetch the data, it will decode, and it will execute based on the time sharing. Each process will fetch, decode, and execute based on the time sharing. So not only one processor, two or three multiprocessors will use the same technique, and based on the time sharing technique it will use the memory, and the multiprogramming concept is introduced here. Because of it, it switches from between the memory, and it utilizes the total concept, it increases the utilization and the efficiency. So the basic points here to remember is it executes one for a short while, and switch process for between them in memory, and increase utilization with the memory. So and this memory utilization will be used very effectively. So this is all the steps or the important concepts which are involved in the load multiple process in memory. So load multiple process in memory will do execute one for a short while, switch process between them in memory, increase utilization and efficiency. Then comes to the what is the cause of protection issue. So arrogant memory access from other process. So it will also see about the protection issue. So after this, the next concept is about the address space, which we are going to discuss. Is the address space. Operating system creates an abstraction of physical memory. Address space is an concept which is related to creating an abstraction of the physical memory, where the heap and stacks are used. Heap and stacks are used with the program code. This is about the address space. The address space previously we seen is about the data and the code, whereas here the code program code will be there and it will be executed with